Hi YouTube friends, I'm Heidi Villegas with Healing Harvest Homestead and I'm so glad you're here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to work with Melissa essential oil, which is lemon balm, which is a mint. It's beautiful, beautiful medicinal plant. And I'm going to be making some essential oil capsules for internal use for my mother because she has a case of shingles. And I was just over there this morning and looking at them, and she's got all of the descriptors, and if you know shingles, they're not very comfortable. So I'm going to be sharing with you some information about the benefits of Melissa essential oil in general, and then a little bit about why it works with different nervous system issues, which includes shingles and herpes and things like that. I'm also going to talk with you a bit about the safety of essential oils in terms of Melissa essential oil, and also a little bit about internal use, which I generally don't talk much about or suggest that people use essential oils internally unless they're working with a certified professional level aromatherapist that has extra training in internal use, which I do. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's learn about Melissa essential oil. So Melissa essential oil is an extract of the volatile oils from the lemon balm plant. And if you grow lemon balm, you're probably familiar with its lovely lemon flavored and lemon scented smell. And that is actually what Melissa essential oil smells like too. It's very strongly citrus. And I just love it. This is really a wonderful essential oil. And this is actually one I never run out of myself. The reason is that when I'm under a great deal of stress, I end up with outbreaks of cold sores, and Melissa essential oil can be really, really helpful for cold sores. And because shingles is related and it's a nervous system issue, Melissa essential oil is helpful for those too. So really quick, let me do a rundown of some of the other benefits of Melissa essential oil. So Melissa essential oil is really helpful for your mood. It's just gently uplifting. I'm going to take another whiff here. Oh, I love this stuff. It's so good. Melissa essential oil has antiviral capabilities. It's really helpful for cold and flu viruses. It's really my favorite way to work with Melissa essential oil is for nervous system issues. So like I just said, herpes type viruses, including shingles and chickenpox, can benefit from appropriate Melissa essential oil use. It's also helpful with Alzheimer's. There's been some clinical studies done, so you can do some follow-up research on that if you're interested. It's also very helpful for general inflammation in the body and muscle spasms to an extent. I also like using Melissa essential oil as a cardiotonic. It tends to lower blood pressure to an extent. This is not medical advice. I am not a medical doctor, and this is not a substitute for any kind of medication, but it is helpful if you want to add it to your repertoire to keep your blood pressure, if you're managing it yourself or naturally, or even if you're working with medications. Just talk to your doctor first. So there's some phytochemistry involved in Melissa essential oil. Those are the chemicals in the plant that make it work. Specifically geraniol, nerol, caryophyllene is really a wonderful chemical. And there's many others in here, geranyl acetate, but all of these go to work together and they support the nervous system. There are other essential oils that are similar, like lemongrass is also high in geraniol and nerol as well. But because of the different chemical mixtures in lemongrass, it's going to not work the same way on your nervous system as Melissa does. So this is where your specific plant chemicals come together in a synergy and they really benefit our health and wellness. You just need to know what to do with them. So I'm going to share with you how I'm going to make some capsules that are safe for internal use and talk a little bit about the safety of these. So before I do anything with internal use especially, or topical use in general, I just always do a double check in this book. And really, if you work a lot with essential oils, you need this book. This is Robert Tisserand and Rodney Young's Essential Oil Safety Guide, and it is extremely in-depth, very well researched with clinical studies Most of them, unfortunately, are done on animals, so we don't have a lot of human studies to take a look at, but that's just kind of where we're at with clinical studies with essential oils right now. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the capsules. What I have here are, these are 000 little capsules. As you can see here, they're quite large. I like to use this size for internal use of essential oils because you've got a nice amount of oil. The oil disperses the essential oil, and also when it hits your stomach lining, you're not getting pure essential oil hitting your lining. It's mixed in with the oil. The fixed oil, which is I'm using avocado oil here. You could also use olive oil. It really does help so that you don't end up with gastric distress or the essential oils harming the mucous membranes of your gastrointestinal tract. And this is one of the reasons why you should never, ever add essential oil to your water and drink it, okay? Now, some essential oils can be used neat, and I'm not going to go into a super long safety thing here. I know some aromatherapists say, yes, you can drink water with essential oil in it, and others absolutely say no, not to. I'm in that latter camp. I would definitely want to err on the side of caution. So if I'm going to ingest essential oils myself, and I'm extremely careful with this, I always add them to a base of fixed oil. So I'm going to go ahead and pour a little bit of this avocado oil into this little tiny bowl. I have a pipette here, and I'm just going to suck up some of that oil. I'm going to insert it into the capsule. As you can see there, the capsule is filled up with the beautiful oil. And I'm going to add 1 drop of the Melissa essential oil to the capsule. Oop, there it is. And I'm going to put the top of the cap on and snap it down. And now I've got this really nice little capsule with Melissa essential oil. Give it a good little shake. And I'm going to make my mom enough of these so that she can start out with 1 a day. She's 81 years old. So when you're working with an older person, you need to be very, very careful. And then if she handles everything well, then maybe we'll bump it up to 2 a day if she needs it. When I'm experiencing cold sore outbreaks, I take 2 a day, 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening. And that's just how I manage it. And it really makes a huge difference in the recovery time and also the pain of the outbreaks, which, as you know, if you've had cold sores, they can be very, very painful. So I'm just going to make her a bunch of these. I'm going to make her enough for about a week, and then we'll just see where she's at after that. If she needs more, I'll just make her up some more. And isn't this great? You know, when you know how to do things like this, it's wonderful. I hope you guys, seriously, if you're interested in learning about herbalism and aromatherapy, join us in the Confident Herbalist tribe. It's really a well-rounded place for everybody, from beginners all the way up to intermediates and now even advanced. I've got well-researched, scientifically based master classes, and we also have fun workshops every month for those of you who just want to dabble in herbalism and want to make fun projects every month. So we do the heavy-hitting herbalism, and we also do the fun projects every month. And it's a membership I'm really proud of. So I'll leave a link down below if you're interested in joining us. And that's all I'm going to say about that. If you have questions about it and you're looking into it, just email me. I'm an email away, and there we go. All right. Oh, you know what else I wanted to tell you really fast? I also wanted to share another thing I'm going to do for my mom really quickly. This is totally different than the Melissa essential oil and the capsules that I'm getting ready to make for her. But this is the cooling and refreshing spray that I made for my hot flashes. It's that cooling spray recipe. But another thing I'm going to do for my mom is I'm going to use this spray. It contains peppermint, lavender, and lime, so it's got some analgesic qualities. That's also going to help the topical pain of the shingles. I've got enough room in here. It's just about, I've been using this obviously. It's below the shoulder of the bottle, and I am actually going to take another pipette. Boom. And what I have here is cayenne pepper tincture. All right, now cayenne pepper has numbing and analgesic qualities. And if you are interested, you can take a look at my video on the cayenne pain relief salve. I'll link to that above too. Cayenne tincture is also suggested for topical pain relief in cases such as shingles and chickenpox. Now, I do not recommend this for children at all, or people with sensitive skin, but I put 3 full pipettes in, and I think these are 3 milliliters each, so about 9 milliliters of the cayenne tincture. And I'm going to just take this down to my mom too, and I'm going to ask her to shake it really well and just spray it lightly on her shingles blisters. Alrighty, so we've got a couple of quick, easy things that you can do to help alleviate and reduce the pain, the common pain that's caused by cold sore and shingle type outbreaks here. We are working with herbs that have specific capabilities in shortening recovery, reducing pain, and also have some other great benefits on the side too. So that would be Melissa essential oil and cayenne tincture, along with that cooling spray that I made for just cooling down the heat. And that's really going to be a really nice combination for my mom. And there you go. All right. Oh, really fast again too. I just want to mention one contraindication with Melissa essential oil. You do not want to use this if you're on medications for diabetics, okay? I'll make sure to mention that in the description below as well. And if you're on any kind of diabetic medication, you should talk to your doctor first before you take this. And if you're pregnant, you should always talk with your doctor first before you take anything as well. In fact, for pregnant people, I don't recommend internal use of any essential oils whatsoever, just me. And I am a professional level 2 aromatherapist. Lots of training. One other thing I forgot to mention about internal use, and also this would apply to topical use, really to any use of essential oils. Please be sure that you are using quality essential oils. This is so important. So I did a video on how to be sure you're purchasing quality essential oils. I'll link to that above too. It's vital, you guys, if you're working with essential oils, to get good ones, because they can be very adulterated. Many of the chemicals, like linalool, for example, can actually be created synthetically in labs now. You do not want to put those in your body. All right, so be sure that you are working with pure essential oils. And I'll put a list down below of the ones I use myself in my practice. So you'll see those links in the description below. Now, you might be wondering why you can't just drink a strong herbal lemon balm tea instead, which is going to be perhaps a little bit gentler on the body. And the fact is that you could make up a very strong decoction of lemon balm tea, and you could be sipping on that throughout the day. And that would definitely have some benefits in terms of working with your nervous system with cold sores and shingles and herpes outbreaks and all the other things that I mentioned in the benefits section. But taking the capsules like this is really going to give you that powerful oomph. It's a lot more concentrated. These are a lot more concentrated than a cup of tea, and are also easier for a lot of people to take, especially if you're not a tea drinker. So just a thought on that. All right, I'm Heidi Villegas with Healing Harvest Homestead. I'm going to finish making these capsules, and I'm heading down the hill to see my mother.